Have you ever wondered why we do all of this? I mean, why we wake up, look at the beautiful sunshine and think about not going outside and do some stuff in the woods, chop some woods, or I don't know, hunt a bear, or whatever you would like to do, like in the real world. But instead of that, we are sitting in front of our computer and we are doing some magic things inside this machine to make some other magic things happen. What is it for? Like, why do we even bother? If you think about the things that we for now did in this series, they are all cool, they are all amazing. Maybe in the last episode that you maybe already saw somewhere there, we created some really nice stuff regarding the simplifying the checkout process, but all of these examples are not yet something financially valuable for the customer, because what customer cares about, and that's totally natural, is paying less and gaining more. Let's do something with that in this episode. Hello and welcome back in 15 Minutes Sylius, our amazing series with videos that are totally not 15 minutes long, but we really try to make them 15 minutes long. Believe me, I really try, magic tries, everyone tries, but it just does not happen. What can I do with that? What I can do is to show you another amazing thing that you can do with Sylius, a little bit connected with something that we did in the last episode, because it will also be connected with the card processing, but not regarding making it faster, but making it a little bit more valuable for a customer. Because if we take a look at our awesome brand module with some amazing brands, and with the products that are related to these brands. Right now, again, it looks awesome, but it does not bring any real value for our customer. Yeah, okay, customer maybe could see that the brand is premium or the brand is supreme, but what else? Nothing. Like, they can just see it, and it doesn't change their e-commerce experience. Like, they don't, for example, pay less for buying something from the brands that are premium or supreme, which seems as a pretty nice idea to do as a customization for our Sylius. But how do we do that? Maybe you remember that in the last episode we saw something that is called Order Processors. Order Processors is a set of services, a composite, a priority queue of them, where all of these services are responsible for handling the cart or keeping the cart in a proper state. So we have like order shipment processor for shipments, order payment processor for payments, order taxes processor for, you guessed, taxes. So all of the important things that are happening there. One of the things is, for example, the order promotion processor that is taking care of the promotion. So some discounts that can be applied directly into the cart. And you can think about how do these things interact with the cart. It's a really vast topic, definitely not to fit in 15 minutes, because we really try to make these episodes 15 minutes long. But in a summary, like making it simple, when you have the order and it has some order items or order item units, you already know it from the previous episode, then we also have some small objects called adjustments. Adjustments are the objects that are added on any of these levels, on order item or order item unit, and are modifying the total of the order. So in fact, when we are adding some discount or we are adding some tax, we are not directly modifying the total of the order, but we are modifying it by adding the adjustment with the negative or positive value. So what can we do with our brand module is that what if we add something to the cart, and then if the brand that we are buying that is related to this product that we are buying is premium, then add a 10% of discount, or if it's supreme, add 20% of discount. Something simple as usually. We already are used to that at the very beginning. To extend it or make it more sophisticated in the future. So conceptually, how we would like to do that? Obviously, we could maybe modify the promotions engine, and this is also a nice idea. Maybe we'll take a look at it from the other angle in one of the next episodes, because promotions engine is like a really another huge topic in Sylius, and one of my favorite things that you can do in Sylius. maybe because it was one of the first modules that I were actively contributing to at the start of my adventure with Sylius. But we could also do it in a simpler way, like implement our own order processor and make this processor determine what is the brand for the product that we are buying and what kind of discount can we apply. And if we take a look at any of the order processors that we have registered in the container, we can see that all of them are registered with a tag called Sylius Order Processor, and it has some priority. If we take a look at the console and we call bin console debug container with tag, I will just copy it to not make any typo, because I would obviously make a typo if I type it by hand. And I made a typo, but in another thing. Then we can see that we have a set of order processors, most of them from Sylius Component Core, but some of them from some of the predefined pre-installed plugins. And we can just create a new one, register it with the proper tag, with a proper priority, probably somewhere there between shipping charges and order promotion. So we would like the order promotion to take into account the potential order discount from what we are doing based on the brand, so maybe with the priority 25 or something like this. And in this specific order processor, we can make the magic happen, so we can add some adjustments to discount the order total or order item total, because probably we'll be adding it on the order item level. So let's jump into the code, jump into SRC brand, create a new order processor, and let's take a look how we can do that. So as you can see, when we implement the order processor interface, because as you can expect, this is required to make an order processor, it requires from us one method, it's called process, and it takes order interface as an argument. Very important thing, sometimes when you will be implementing the interfaces from Sylius, like order processor interface, you can see that this is from Sylius component order, so the base order component in Sylius, and therefore it operates on Sylius component order model order interface. This base order interface does not contain everything that you can expect, because the extension of this interface in the core component will contains all of the things like shipping addresses, billing addresses, checkout state, shipments, payments, all this amazing stuff. So keep it in mind that sometimes you will receive the signature of order interface from order model order interface from the component order, but in fact it will be an order from core component. It's easier from time to time to just type it in with the proper interface to let PHP Storm help you a little bit with the autocomplete of the methods. Okay, but let's dive into it and draft a little bit what we will be doing. So definitely we'll be iterating over order items. Yeah, so these are our order item interface from core, and these order items have some, as you remember, maybe it has some product variant which has some product, and this product can be related to brand. So what we will need to do, we'll need to get the product, get brand. Yeah, just drafting things. We'll have to if brand exists, if brand does not exist, return. If brand is regular, so the regular state, return, do not do anything. If brand is premium, 10% discount. And if brand is supreme, make it 20% discount. Like, it's some kind of the algorithm, and obviously it's really simple, but we can leave it with that for now, and let's take a look how it will work. As you already know, we will not be applying discounts by modifying the total, we will be applying them by adding the adjustment. If you take a look at the adjustment, it's a really simple object. It contains things like reference to order item. You need some type that describes what is, for example, the type of the discount that is applied. So it can be the discount from the shipment, but also discount from the promotion. It can be discount or not the discount, but the tax that is added to the order item unit. You know what I mean. What I mean. So probably we will need another type for that, some label amount, so it will be the calculated value, how much lower or bigger should be the order total. Or in our case, probably the order item total, because we will be applying it on the order item. It makes sense because order item contains the product, and the product is related to the specific brand. So we know that we will be creating these adjustments. I know that the adjustment has this customized factory, adjustment factory, which has the handy method create with data, which already gets from us the data to create the adjustment. Obviously, we could do it by ourselves, but we can also use something that is already in Sylius. So let's inject this service private adjustment factory interface. Okay, awesome. I can already maybe extract the private function with something like create adjustment. Okay, so we have the private method for the create adjustment, so it takes care about calculating the amount of the adjustment, because it will be based on the total from the order item probably, and based on the discount that we specified somewhere there. Okay, so let's go back into the main method that we are operating on. So we have the order item. We should get the product from this order item, so we will call the product order item the product, which is our product. We can type it with our product, like from the app entity product, because we have there the brand related. We can get this brand, so it will be the brand is product get brand. And let's use the early return pattern, or rather it will be early continue pattern. I don't know if it's a word for that, but I will call it that. So if the brand is null, so it's not defined, let's don't do anything. We just continue with iterating over order items. If the brand get type will be, we have the enum for that, brand type regular, then continue as well. Yeah, and if the brand is premium, so this is the main logic starts there. So if the brand get type is brand type premium value, then we will add the 10% discount and continue. And if it's not, we will add 20% discount. So what we can do, we can call the order item, add adjustment, and call here this create adjustment with total order item get total, so it contains the total of this specific order item, and with discount 10%. And we can do the same here, but with 20%. So how it will right now do, like right now it will not do anything because we have not registered yet. So we have this as order processor, but we can we need to register it with the proper tag. The cool thing is that we can use the attribute as in 21st century as order processor, which takes the priority as the argument. So we can type 25 and let's take a look, does it work? So if we debug the container one more time, it will probably take some time because it will, yeah, not so bad. Okay, we can see the new order processor, 25 priority brand discount processor, this is ours. So if we take a look at the composite order processor, we can see that here we have this priority queue with all these order processors. So at every stage of the checkout, or after adding something to the cart or completing the order, we will have all the order processors running through the order and keeping it in a right state. So it seems like it should already work. Let's take a look at the cart. Okay, if I refresh the cart right now, nothing will change because we have not recalculated the order yet. Come on. But if I, for example, try to update it somehow, let's change the quantity and change it back because it will be easier to calculate. We have 75, almost 76, 75 and a half for items total, 9 or almost 10 for the brand. Sorry for the almost 10 for the shipping cost. It is like 75, 58 plus 9, 68. It should be 85, 26, but it's lower. But it seems like it's a little bit too low, because if we take a look at it one more time, we should have the 10% discount because the brand for this product is the premium one, but it seems like it's not like that. So if we multiply it this way, then it should be closer to 77. So something is doubled, and I know what is it. That's a common mistake that when we are doing something with the order processor. So there's one very special order processor that is called Order Adjustments Clearer. So maybe you already figured out that if we calculate things on the order after every checkout step, after every adding to the item to the cart or modifying its quantity, we would have multiple adjustments applied as we do right now. So at the very beginning of this process, we have the Order Adjustments Clearer processor that is taking as the argument the set of the order adjustment that should be cleared because for these reasons that we talk about. And here we have like order item promotion, order promotion adjustment, shipping, all of this stuff. We just need to add another one. And what I will do, I will just go into the underscore Sylius and override this parameter to make it work. Okay, so I registered it as it should be registered. So I added a new thing there. Probably it would be a good thing to keep it in the constant as it is with other adjustments. I don't bother about it right now. I recalculated the card and it seems that the discount is proper. It would be very nice to also list it here. So we have the items total, we have the estimated shipping cost. So maybe it would be nice to add it here. We already know what is the process, so we determine the tweak hook that we should override. It will be something like Sylius shop, card index, content form, sections, general summary, and we need to add a new block, probably below estimated cost, which is with the priority 300. So let's take a look at it. I just copied it from the HTML because I'm very lazy. And here, and we can define something like brand discount with the template shop cart brand discount or whatever we would like it to be, with the priority something like this. Let's create this template and at the very beginning just dump the data there. Probably we'll have this get hookable metadata context, and let's take a look at it. So we have the container and inside we have cart. What can we do with the calculation? We can take a look at the order as any other thing that would implement the adjustable interface, which is the interface that specifies that the object can have adjustments. Have something like get adjustments total, but we need to actually call it recursively. We have another method with that because we are implementing it not on the order level but on the order item level. So if we call get adjustments total recursively on our card, so let's get from the context get card, call this one with the specific type of the adjustment, we see that there is some kind of discount here. Awesome. So definitely I do not recommend doing too much logic inside the tweak template, but again we are just simplifying things. Let's set the card as a variable, get this thing, and obviously this is only the integer, so we cannot display it like this. Let's grab another piece of HTML from the website source and call it like brand discount. We don't need this stuff. Here inside we can use our calculated value, and we don't have to bother about the $sign or anything like this. We can just use the filter Sylius format money, which takes as the first example the currency and first parameter as currency and second one as local, and it should right now works pretty well, and it does. Awesome. And that's all in this episode. I really hope that it will be 15 minutes long, and I'm really angry on myself that I figure out about this stupid name 15 minutes Sylius. I could call it just 20 minutes Sylius. You know, it will still be awesome. 20 minutes Sylius is still awesome, but we leave it. And we already have plenty of episodes recorded for 15 minutes Sylius, so let's leave it as a joke or as a meme. But if you like me talking too much, even if it's longer than 15 minutes, and if you would like to have any other informations from Sylius customization world, leave a like and subscribe and hit the bell and all this stuff. And as usual, I'm really happy I can be with you and I can share a little bit of knowledge with you because I just find it enjoyable, and I hope you too as well. See you in the next episode. Cheers.